So basically, all of downtown Shanghai is separated by the Huangpu River. So the Huangpu River separates Shanghai into two sides. Puxi, so that's Puxi, that's the old side of the city. Puxi, the classic side. And then Pudong, that's Pudong. Pudong is the modern side where you see these very futuristic buildings like in the Lujiazui financial district. On the Puxi side, the Bund is the centerpiece of what used to be the Shanghai International Settlement. HSBC Building is the largest building and most magnificent of the neoclassical style buildings on the Bund. In 1923 it opened. Now I'm going to go into this restaurant. So this is to show you what it's like at these restaurants on the Bund. This is a upscale Italian restaurant. So this is what it's like if you're at one of these restaurants. You can look out at the Lujiazui skyline and you can see the sights. You can see all the futuristic buildings. It's a very nice background to have. So a meal at a restaurant like this is going to cost about $30 to $40 per main course. But I feel like if you're just coming to Shanghai for a one-off trip, then you should really focus on getting some authentic Shanghainese food. Yu Garden, this is one of the top tourist destinations in Shanghai, basically for this garden compound that was built in the Ming Dynasty. So this Nanxiang soup dumplings is in the center of Yu Garden. So it's the most famous soup dumpling place in Shanghai that serves these soup dumplings in a nice atmosphere, a nice upscale atmosphere. Shanghainese food is characteristically more sweet than other parts of China and not spicy. Tofu skin dish, cold dish. This is a sweet gluten dish, and then this is a sweet fish. This is a crab spring roll. I need to pour myself some vinegar to go with this. Put some of this fresh ginger, dip it in the vinegar. That's about the top fried food you could eat in the world. This is a mushroom. So you can see from the crowd, most of the people here are probably tourists or visiting Shanghai and here with friends, but here for this very authentic Shanghai experience. Right there, the dumplings on the cart. These dumplings are characteristic for either having pork or a combination of pork and crab in them. Gonna keep walking around this garden area and take in some traditional Chinese architecture, even though this architecture has been impeccably renovated so that it's basically the same as walking around a Disneyland. Wukang Road. So yeah, I'm just walking through the French concession. You can see a lot of well-dressed people when you walk in this area. This combination of the East and West is one of the things that makes Shanghai such a special city to live in. So this is the Anfu Road, Wukang Road area. People just relaxing, enjoying this fall day. Now this is Sunflower, one of my local bakeries that I enjoy. They're famous for this bread. It's called the Sunflower. I'm going to take a quick look. And they have here Claire, mango cake, tiramisu. So this area is known as 378 Ferguson Lane. These old buildings in Shanghai have a lot of character. In the heart of the French concession in Shanghai, you can see you have people enjoying food outside. This flower shop, you can just smell the flowers, so you can hear. Even people are speaking in the local Shanghainese dialect. So that means even the locals will come here. Zhengyuan Noodles. Let's go check this out. 哎，你好，我要牛肉拌面。
您说牛肉拌面。
对对。Nice. Noodle steaming in this bowl. Take a big bite of this right here. It has that al dente, that bite. Perfect consistency. And I got my Zhengyuan beef steaming. So good. The noodle here, this cost 25 RMB, about $4.50. And it came with a soup, Zhengyuan, so this crispy beef bun. This cost about 15 RMB, which is about $2.50. 这个面馆已经在这里很多年了，对吧？我是10年前在这里吃啊，很喜欢。 these alleyways where a lot of the residential buildings are located. This is a store specializing in selling dried pork products. Pungent. You can see Shanghai from different angles, but this is a really fun thing to do if you're in the city. People filming. Swing is left. Look at all these people over here. Looks like an awesome scene. Let's try and not scratch any Mercedes. Here's where we're going. Anyhow, like 小份冰淇淋，杯巧克力，杯装。Dark chocolate ice cream here with caramelized almonds. This might be my favorite ice cream in the whole world. Now this ice cream is going to run you about 35 RMB, which is about $5 US for one scoop. Currently just walking on the Bund. This view of the financial district is pretty spectacular. On the ferry. So this is the boardwalk from the Pudong side, from the side of the financial district, and the bell tower. So I'm looking at their menu and it looks fine for happy hour. IPA 30 RMB. Let's do it. Let's go check it out. Find a place to sit. Happy hour started on. Cheers. Mad Dragon is a local brewery in Shanghai. I'm on this elevated bridge right here, which connects the subway with a bunch of these office buildings. You can see the tallest building in China. The IFC, so one of the top malls, gonna take you to experience some really top quality Chinese food. This is Guyi. So this is a little trick at the restaurants that you might visit. So they have their own branded wet naps. So they're gonna charge you for these. Now they're on the table. Now, if you bring your own, I mean, you can bring your own napkins in your pocket, and then at the end of the meal, you can return them. So this eggplant has been smashed. Let's give it a taste. Really good. This is a cold rice noodle and spicy chili sauce. Gotta mix it in the sauce. Be careful if you're wearing a white shirt when you're eating this. Really delicious. Got the vinegar, garlic, peanut, sesame, chili. Alright, so we can see this is spicy tofu. Already starting to simmer in the pot. You can see the flame underneath it. Let's take a big bite. Perfect. Next dish coming in. Pumpkin in a clay pot. Glazed to perfection. That pumpkin is unlike any pumpkin you've ever had in your entire life. Look at these perfect ribs. So this food is all here. The Chinese do pork, hands down, best in the world. I said it. You can't get this in your spare rib package in America. I'm sorry. That was a ridiculously good dinner, and got a lot of takeout, and that cost about $40 US. Yeah, that's a $4 cookie, and it's worth it. They also have eclairs and some fancy ass macaroons. Here we got two ridiculous looking cookies. We got a cupcake, which looks like some cupcake I've never had before, and got a mango cake. This cost about $18, maybe $20 US. Let's try this mango cake. Let's see how it goes. Pretty good. But the bottom line is that's not for me, that's for my wife. That's some fruit. I'm about the chocolate. Oh yeah. Wow, look at that. Caramel oozing from that cupcake. Look at that. We're in China right now, in Shanghai, eating some of the finest gourmet desserts you could eat. Look at this caramel. Oh yeah, that is amazing. I don't even know how this is called a cupcake, but this is one of the best desserts I've had. 2 cookies, let's try these. Get at this cookie. Amazingly good cookie. So behind me you can see Zhengyuan. This is the new retail area. If you've been to Shanghai before, you might be familiar with Xintiandi. This is similar to Xintiandi, but new. So Xintiandi services the Shanghai Road area. Zhengyuan services the Nanjing Road area. So this is still a work in progress, but phase 1 is open, and it's already been the site of a lot of luxury brand events. This is a bike shop slash bar slash luxury store. Such a nice bar and bike shop together. I don't think anybody could ever imagine. Has a lot of classic bikes. Is this a bike shop or is this a boutique? The trendiest bike shop I've ever seen. Also has this nice bike rack. Pretty nice outdoor dining area. Place to hang out. This guy's looking pretty cool. So these antique buildings, or these classic Shanghai villas, are now part of this Zhengyuan development. It's the age of social media. Glamour shot going on right here. Ultra glamour. Yeah, so this is Maoming Road. This is also a nice area to sit outside and eat. Want to see what kind of cakes they have here. And very good. Wow. So much abundance. What is this car? I don't even know what kind of car this is, but pretty nice. Taco Bell in the heart of Shanghai. Gotta love it. This is actually Blue Bottle Coffee. This is a good beer bar over here. Pretty nice. So I'm just walking on Nanjing West Rd. There's a lot of people out shopping, just enjoying this wonderful weather.
Walking past the storefronts on Nanjing Road is always a feast for the eyes. Here on the right is the Jing'an Kerry Center complex.
another Blue Bottle coffee. You can see this is a traditional antique building. This is the real mall. And this is the heart of the luxury retail district, corner of Nanjing Road and Changde Road. The electric car scene is really top-notch. It's important to follow the traffic rules in Shanghai downtown or you'll get a ticket real fast. So here, this is a exhibition center. Though there's many new larger exhibition centers, but this is one in the center of the city, so it still gets used pretty often. So this is the Nanjing Road Portman. This property is one of the original international luxury compounds in Shanghai. It has the Ritz-Carlton Hotel. It has many restaurants, and many expats still like to live here in the service apartments. Coming up on Plaza 66. This is still where many international brands like to have their headquarters, their Asia Pacific headquarters or China headquarters. So the lighting is perfect right now. The sun is just starting to set. These Chinese electric cars are looking very nice. Look at this thing. I don't even know what it is. Leap Motor. Wonder what this brand is. Never heard of it. So we're at the corner of Nanjing Road and Shanxi Road. Behind me is Plaza 66. Plaza 66. This is the center of the retail district in downtown Shanghai. You can see Aston Martin SUV. These people could get a ticket for biking on this sidewalk. Just walking on Nanjing Road. So you can see these are the classic Shanghai residences. Still very beautiful. Just right off Nanjing Road. This was the biggest Starbucks in the world. I think now there's a bigger one, but this is still a massive Starbucks. Insanely massive. Part of this Taikoo Mall. Wow, this is a pretty interesting installation. So this is the Taikoo Mall, Taikoo Hui. Whoa, gotta get those deliveries on time. Currently walking through the Taikoo Hui, Nanjing West Rd. So this is the intersection of Wujiang Road right behind Nanjing Road. And I'm gonna go into the Starbucks now. So this is the largest Starbucks in China. Just in case you're curious. beans bar. This is an actual coffee making operation here. Even has its own bakery with a selection of gourmet breads. Cakes. These cakes cannot be found at your normal Starbucks. Pizza. So it's 5 o'clock on a Thursday. Now I'm gonna walk up to the second floor. Tea bar. Even though this Starbucks has been open for a few years now, it's still a very popular place. Even has a bar where they serve alcohol. So right now we're walking along Wujiang Road. All these traditional jelly rice, glutinous rice pastries. You can see here. Pay with a QR code. Convenient. A lot of renovation going on in this area right now. Some dog walking going on. Nice. Some different buns. Cutting the dough, making them right here. Wujiang Road, full of stalls selling street food. This is the authentic spot right here, behind Wujiang Road, Wangjiasha. This is an OG spot. Preparing the crab for these crab dumplings. 你好，我来一两蟹粉锅贴，一两蟹粉小笼。
40块。
好的。These guotie, they've already arrived at my table. Pour myself some vinegar. You can see there's soup inside this dumpling. First, drink the soup. Chewiness of the dough, the bite of the skin, and the soup inside the dumpling itself. This is authentic Shanghai food. Dumpling, crispy. Amazing. Soup dumplings. Steaming. First, just breathe in that aroma. Steaming dumpling. Dip it in vinegar. Now I'm placing it in the spoon. Bite off a small corner. Suck in the soup. That's it. So if you like your dumplings with a thicker dumpling skin, more chewy, Wangjiasha is your spot. I just actually had some of the crab dumplings, and I just realized I could come upstairs and be more comfortable to order more food. I'm just looking at this menu, looking pretty good. 我来烤子鱼，来这个排骨，还有来这个九香草头，再来个蟹粉春卷，来这个蟹粉凉面，可以。宫保鸡丁，
一个人吗？
我吃不完，我打包。
236。
好，我先付钱是吧？
对。
Okay. These are crab spring rolls. Dip in the vinegar. Oh yeah. Back to the bite of the dough. It's that consistency, the crisp, chewiness, light, airy, many layers. Salty, umami, the vinegar, a little sour. Can't resist. I might have to have another one of these right now. That's the ultimate spring roll experience right there. You have to come to China for this. Dipped in the vinegar again. Even though Wangjiasha, this restaurant, is known for a thicker dough, but thicker doesn't mean greasy. Something to ponder. There it comes. Bam. Noodles. Fish. Look at this noodle. Crab roe noodle. Vegetable called cao tou. Very special vegetable. Honestly, can't really describe how excited I am right now. All right, look at these noodles. Crab. Oh my God. Whoa. Look at all of this crab. That is amazing. So these noodles, they've been fried, and it gives this dish this consistency that's really special. Fish. Let's get at these fish right here. Sweet, crispy, not too bony. The bones are manageable. Let's get another one of these. Now let's go to the vegetable. Right here, vegetable. Kung Pao chicken. Hongbao Jiding. The standard. Let's see what we got here. Let's try this Kung Pao. Oh yeah. Juicy piece of chicken. Cashews. The winners here, classic Shanghai dishes. So this crab spring roll. I spoke too soon. Forgot I also ordered ribs. I'm a little bit crazy. These fresh out the deep fryer. Kung Pao chicken. Personally, I like my Kung Pao chicken spicier. This is a classic Chinese restaurant, so can't hold it against them. Crab noodles done perfectly. This vegetable is one of my favorite vegetables. This is done in a wine sauce, really special. Another bite of this noodle. This dish, fantastic. Just washing it down with some pu'er tea. Pu'er tea can really help to digest after a big meal. Really good. Just smell these ribs. Might have to get another piece right here. Nice. Classic Chinese dessert. A glutinous rice ball with sweet sesame paste. Sweet. Oh yeah. Comforting flavor. Nice. These are the cold dishes. These are the sticky rice wrapped in bamboo leaf. All sorts of traditional Shanghainese pastries. Like these sesame crackers. What are they waiting in line for? Baozi. So we're just walking on the walking street behind the Jing'an Temple. Nice neighborhood, and there's a lot of people just out enjoying this day. And we can go into the park. So yeah, we're in Jing'an Park in the heart of Shanghai. That's a pretty cool instrument, playing the sauce. And these people hanging out in the park. Very good. And we're just walking through the park. Leaves are changing colors. Climb up these rocks and see where this goes. Quieter over here. People doing some stretching. There's a lot of stray cats in the park. Well fed. Nice little party going on. It's a good day. A lot of people taking pictures with the leaves. People hanging out in these cafes. Have some busker on the street. Taikoo Mall. This restaurant is very famous. Real Shaoxing food. I arrived at the restaurant. There's a welcome alcohol. So this is a yellow wine. Nice. Here's the menu. It's pretty big. It's always convenient when there are pictures of the dishes. My mouth is starting to water just looking at this food. 我可以点菜啊？
好的。
菜料鸡吗？
对，这个鸡太好吃了。还有这个笋，
好的，
红烧肉来，
要一小份，好吧？
这个藕，
好的，糖藕。
梅干菜饼。One of these is for the communal use, so it's for when you're taking food, and then one is for eating food. Food is arriving. These are bamboo shoots in a sweet soy sauce. We have a lotus root vegetable salad, peanuts, along with 2 tangerines. Look at this bamboo, it's actually steaming hot. Oh yeah, look at this beautiful pancake. This is like a thin crust pizza. Lotus root. So this is pork belly, a beautiful single serving with rice. Caramelized vegetables underneath. Look at this. Melt in your mouth pork. So tender. Salad. Wash it down with some tea. Hey, 大厨好。在这里多少年了
12年。
12年。绍兴人吗？浙江人吗？
对。
啊。
菜料鸡。
Alright, this is the main event here, this chicken. This chicken is honestly one of the best chickens you'll ever eat in your entire life. First, I'm going to take a sip of this soup. Oh my god. Sweet yellow wine. Look at how tender. Each of these pieces of chicken is steaming. Oh my god. Juice. Let's spoon it over this rice. Bamboo. Chicken bamboo rice. These peanuts are seasoned in this seaweed rub that is so good. This is a legendary Chinese restaurant. Every grain of rice I just need to scoop into my mouth. Alright, my friends, I need to get this to go. I spent 193 RMB, less than 30 US dollars. Coming into my favorite bakery now. Ciabatta 都要. Nice. Scone. So take a croissant. Take a Danish. Just got a bunch of pastries to take home. After 8 o'clock, it's a discount. So got a surprise and we're good to go. This is the campus where I spent the summer in 2007. Shanghai Jiaotong University. This was my original dorm. I remember I had some friends, some classmates who liked to enjoy themselves with the nightlife in Shanghai when we were students. And I was coming back home one night and I found my 2 classmates just sleeping on this grass over here, passed out, half naked too. All right, it's 6:08. People just got off work. Let's see what the subway is like. So this should be the busiest time. Getting ready to transfer.
请从1号口出站。共有17个出口。
This is not too bad. You can see the time. And the escalator. This is actually a lot better than I thought. Pleasantly surprised.
I start the day on Huaihai Road, at the corner of Huaihai Road and Huangpingnan Road. Now we're walking over to Xintiandi, walking past the Langham Hotel. Getting ready to cross the street to Xintiandi. Walking through Xintiandi North Block. This block has the heritage buildings that have been restored into this shopping area. Shake Shack open for business.
I never would have thought people would be lining up for ice cream on January 1st.
This is green and safe. This is a good restaurant. Exploring the smaller lanes next to the main pathway.
Popular Cantonese restaurant. Although it's colder than it was a few weeks ago, but not too cold. This is a beautiful, restored, classic Shanghai mansion.
Zhengyuan Road. This is a walking street that separates the north and south blocks of Xintiandi. So the south block has both restored buildings and also new buildings, as well as the Xintiandi style mall. This is on the Pudong Road edge. This park now we're walking around the Pudong Road edge of Xintiandi. And we're walking along Pudong Road. There's a crafts market going on.
Look at this line to get into the New York Bagelist Museum. Sinan Mansions.
Now this area, it's not as close to Huaihai Road, so it doesn't get as busy as Xintiandi.
Maotai Cultural Experience Center. So we're walking through Sinan Mansions. Fuxing Park.
This is the entrance to Fuxing Park. Fuxing Park at one point in time was the biggest park in Shanghai. It's over 100 years old.
Chinese chess, the game of Go. People doing Tai Chi in the park. Today is January 1st. We're starting the year off right. A proper, spicy Hunan style meal at Dishuidong. 这个辣椒，来个拌黄瓜，小炒肉，猪蹄，这个虾，干锅花菜，长沙臭豆腐，还有酸豆角肉末。可以。They've already presented me with a cup of tea. Nice tea. First dish has arrived at my table. Cucumber, cold with garlic, and a little bit of soy sauce. 开胃菜. A lot more dishes coming in all at once. All right, so this food just all arrived at my table really fast just now. You can see this cauliflower in a pot, crispy pig feet, pickled string beans with meat, spicy pepper with egg, shrimp skewers, thin slices of pork belly with spicy green pepper, stinky tofu, cucumber, all the favorites. I've gotten 7 of my 8 dishes, all arriving at the table within 5 or 10 minutes of ordering. Pepper. Okay, these are very spicy green peppers. Egg smooths the spice at the beginning. That slow burn comes at you. Let's mix up this pot, this cauliflower and pork belly together. In China, people are not afraid of eating fat. That's where the flavor comes from. That's how cauliflower should be eaten. Steaming cauliflower. Very tender and juicy. Unbelievable flavor for a vegetable. Really good. So you can see these are the pork knuckle. Look at this. Delicious cartilage. Let's get a bite of this. One of their famous dishes. Really good. So the consistency comes from the cartilage. It's chewy, and then with the crispy skin, there's a very nice mouthfeel. Crispy, comfortable flavor. Pork belly slices, stir-fried with spicy green peppers. Xiao chao rou. Oh yeah. diced string beans with meat. One of the most classic dishes from Hunan. Been walking around all afternoon in Shanghai. Nothing like eating a spicy dinner to reboot. This is the stinky tofu. Oh yeah, packed with flavor. Crispy, airy, juicy, spicy but not super spicy. That's special. Don't be afraid of new things. These shrimp. Oh yeah, very juicy. The shell, crispy, so basically edible. Finished eating and I got some oranges, complimentary dessert. The total was 373 RMB, so a little less than $60 US, but I got 8 dishes, including shrimp and pig's feet, which are both a delicacy. They're more expensive dishes. Gonna take this food home and eat it for the next couple days. Behind me is the Park Hotel, Guoji Fandian. So I don't know if you guys saw the Shanghai Blossoms TV show. Today, we're gonna visit Wukang Road. So actually I lived in this area for almost 10 years, just up the street from here on Xinjia Road. And I've never seen Wukang Road so busy. So we're at the intersection of Fenyang Road and Wukang Road. And it is madness right now. This TV show has made this into a phenomenon. Pretty nice electric car over here. So this is the street of the moment right now, Wukang Road. Wukang Road. So here you have all these snacks called dianxing. This jiale tangbao is different than the original jiajia tangbao, but it's in the location where the original used to be. So this is the original jiajia tangbao. They just moved to the other side of the street into a newer location, the original famous brand for soup dumplings on Wukang Road. And that's why you can see there's a line. These are gonna be some scallion pancakes. That's a lot of oil. A pretty nice motorcycle. So you can see this store is selling cigarettes and various items. I believe this used to be the original Shaoyang Shengjian, very popular Shengjian. 是不是这里原来是小杨生煎？没有。小杨生煎在前面，现在没有了。没有了，关掉了。These are guotie actually, going into this oil. Just gonna cover it up, let them cook for a bit. Put some water on them. Whoa. We just added some sesame seeds. Look at that crispy edge. Tempting to get some of these right now, but I need to contain myself. Gonna add some scallions on them. Scallions. Keep on turning it, even out the oil. Look like they're just about done. Wukang Road. Rocking the supercar. We also saw this car a few weeks ago, Porsche Turbo Cabriolet. At the same time, you still have this small store selling hats and shirts. Very simple. So really, this Wukang Road is not that long. So here you can get a niangao with pork chop, niangao pai.
排骨年糕，排骨年糕，繁华同款，就在这里，就在这里啊！来，王小姐最爱啊，看一下啊！来，黄河路排骨年糕打卡，第一站就在这里。来打卡拍照啊，打卡拍照在这里啊。
So everybody's getting on the trend. They're putting up their new sign. Now they sell 老上海排骨年糕。So these shared bikes have become a headache for the city. Look, they're moving them. These were all probably illegally parked. This is madness over here. This is the intersection of Beijing Road and Huanghe Road. And this side of Huanghe Road is not nearly as busy right now. Look at this guy. It's an old gangster. 你好. Chilling. See these lanes, these are the original lane housing in here. Got some sausages trying. Gonna eat Paigu Niangao. The line is too long. Got that Paigu right there. 好，我来个年糕排骨啊。
年糕排骨一份儿。
对，春卷。
春卷还有呢？
就这两个啊。
27。
好，小日子。这里有人吗？没有。你们是不是都是因为那个电视剧过来？你们都是，你们都看了吗？
看了。
好看吗？
挺好看的。兰花。
是哪个？
你猜？我能拍你吗？你猜？对对，我是美国的。这家店是电视剧的那家吗？是吗？
应该是。
我是在正面拼搜搜，只有这家店是专门做年排骨年糕。
因为我看郑恺打卡就是在这儿打的卡。
我没吃过很好吃的年糕，我希望这个可以改变我的对年糕的认知。
我也感觉年糕都一个味儿，我也没尝过好吃的。
对吧？是哪里人？
洛阳。
洛阳啊，你们啊，广东，你们不是一起来的吗？你们来上海几天？第3天。你呢？
我来3个月。
3个月了。那你还没看那个电视剧？那你还没看，有什么意思去吃这个？这个电视剧好看吗？
好看呀。
比狂飙好看吗？跟狂飙怎么比？
不是一种类型的。这是属于算是年代剧吧。
年代。
90年代的上海。
This pork rib, first bite. It's pretty good. It's not bad. 还可以。这个排骨的张质就是这个质比较特别一点。这个 gravy is pretty nice. Alright, this is a 年糕, so this is a rice cake. 好吧，我对年糕还是老样子。年糕 this rice cake 不是我最爱吃的，我觉得年糕太有嚼劲，也没有什么味道。Get another bite. The gravy on this is pretty good though. Spring roll. Pretty good spring roll. 你们觉得怎么样？好吃吗？还行。广东人应该对美食标准是超级高。这个如果你们觉得 OK， 那就这是葱油拌面是吧？
应该是的。
我今天去了黄河路，
我也去了。
所有的店他们在打年糕排骨的牌子，虽然可能是做别的菜，他就打那个牌子，我拍到了很搞笑。这个春卷就是不是很烫，我就喜欢春卷刚出锅，还可以。之前都不知道上海有这个招牌菜年糕排骨，我以为只有炸排骨的。中国美食真的是很博大精深啊。是。 那是什么面？
辣酱面。
辣酱面。那你觉得就是93年的上海好，或者23年、24年的上海好？
不同的韵味儿。
啊，2选1，你选哪一个年代？
我看现在，因为之前我也没有出生，没有见过。
你们呢？
我选
24，对，我也选24有饿了么、美团，有淘宝。
93的上海感觉还是很繁华的，当时东方明珠还没有开始盖呢，正在盖，还没有盖好。
你们是看的上海话的版本，或者普通话版本？
上海话。
上海话。你们呢？你们上海话版本？我今天早上也下载了上海话版本。那如果上海话版本，我全是要看中文字幕，对吧？比较麻烦。
我看上海话版本也得看字幕。
那你为什么不看普通话版本？
因为上海话版本听着比较有腔调。
是吗？那你们2个是学生或者是上班？啊？学生。你们多大？大学生。20啊。那你们还去哪里玩？迪士尼啊。
好好玩。
去了吗？
去了。
已经去了。
这2天。
啊。好玩吗？
好好玩。
是吗？其实美国人就觉得迪士尼是小朋友的。我尤其是我一个男的，我就觉得那迪士尼肯定是小朋友玩的。但是我发现我所有的同事，不管20岁、30岁都想去迪士尼。
女孩子都比较喜欢去。
你们觉得上海好，或者广州、深圳好？
各有各的好。
各有各的。你们学什么专业的？
新媒体。
新媒体，那不是应该也在拍东西吗？偷懒是吧？放假了不想。那以后要从事什么行业啊？还不知道。直播运营嘛，很辛苦的。这个是甜的、咸的？甜的。好，给我一个甜的啊。Got this dessert, pretty warm. Let's give it a try. That's like a warm pie with sesame paste filling. That's a pretty good dessert. I'm at the beginning of the Nanjing East Road walking street. Walking this walking street from People's Square to the Bund, the Huangpu River, is a rite of passage for anybody who comes to Shanghai. So you have to do it at least once if you come to the city. So the thing is, if you have 1.4 billion people in China and everybody aspires to come to Shanghai at least once, and if everybody who comes to Shanghai on their first time comes to visit Nanjing East Road once, that can keep Nanjing East Road perpetually very busy. Alright, so we just walked the original length of the Nanjing East Road walking street from Wujiang Road all the way to Hunan Road. Oftentimes, group tours, they'll all wear matching hats so they're easy to recognize. Fairmont Peace Hotel, iconic Shanghai hotel right here. Obama stayed here. A lot of people stayed at this hotel in the past. We just walked the entire Nanjing East Road walking street. You can see behind me Lujiazui skyline. Look at all these snacks. Wow, this store is very bright. These are all the most classic Shanghai candy. This white rabbit is a famous candy. It's kind of like a Tootsie Roll.
一位是吧？
啊，
欢迎光临，
你好。要等多久？
下一桌出来就是您了。
啊，好的，好的。
坐一下啊。
谢谢。
欢迎光临下面。
Here at Yeli Shali, this is a Northwest Chinese food restaurant. This is a free dish, nice walnut bread. This is a sour, spicy, cold noodle, Swanla Tudo Fen. Slippery, immediately coats the palate. So this is spinach, cold spinach. This is a type of gluten. Really good. Peanut, spicy pepper. The Char have arrived. Check this out. Juicy lamb. Nothing like biting a piece of meat off a stick. Primal tofu. Oh yeah. You can see the meat simmered with the tofu, peppers. The food from Northwest China, it combines Chinese food with Middle Eastern food. Meat inside this dumpling, lamb. Lamb and onion. Doesn't get any better than this. Beautiful lamb dumpling. This is the mushroom you get that. Fantastic. Chewy, crispy, smooth. Wow. And then this noodle, ridiculous hand-pulled noodle. Oh my god, I'm so happy right now. This piece of lamb in the noodle, spicy pepper. So this is a proper meal from Northwest China. Rice pudding right here. Nice rice pudding. Very nice. Very hot. I just paid the bill, 250 RMB, so about $40. Northwest China representing. Gonna take this home, eat this for the next couple days. All right, so we're coming up on Wujiang Road. Nice. This is an art district. Industrial area turned into an art area. I'm gonna park the bike. Now we can walk around and check it out. I'm standing in front of M50. This is a modern art area where a lot of artists have warehouse space turned into galleries. So it's a redeveloped industrial space. Let's check it out. So in general, these up-and-coming artists, they can rent spaces here to display their art. There's also a beer bar. This is a upscale gallery. So you can see in these alleys, gallery rooms. Photo shoot here. 太美了啊. This is a bookstore, gallery space, coffee shop combination. This coffee shop is very cool. This stairwell goes up to the seating area upstairs. This is a rare cactus store. I don't think I ever saw a cactus wearing a Christmas outfit in Shanghai. Suzhou Creek, very beautiful river, and it goes over to the Huangpu River. So there was actually a point in time where the local Shanghainese wouldn't think of living on the other side of the Suzhou River, but now it's just gentrified. Look, you even have Sotheby's, their corporate office here. This district has been wrapped into Jing'an district, so the upscale district. You have all these very high-end apartments along the river. Interesting how things change over time. So I just unlocked a shared bike and I'm gonna bike along Suzhou Creek right now. This whole area has been gentrified. Beautiful area. Look at these luxury apartments. This is very upscale, even compared to 10 years ago. Over here, this is a bar called Beer Lady. This is a legendary Shanghai story. It started out with this auntie who had a general store and she started carrying some imported beers to cater to the foreigners. Then basically she got a refrigerator where she kept the beers cold. She put out some tables and she started to gain a following. Then over some years, she built an empire. They're called Beer Lady. Take you in for a little quick walk through the Beer Lady. Let's just take a look at the selection of beers she has. Scuttlebutt Hoptopia from Everett, Washington. Still work hours, so the place is empty. Look at all these fridges of beer. People's Park. It's a pretty warm day, 17 degrees Celsius. Birds are chirping. So in the center of People's Park is this restaurant and bar called Barbarossa. All right, we're about to eat some classic Shanghainese food. Dexing. Let's go get it. Shanghai 特色的面.好的. All right, here it is. Steaming. So this is a Shanghai classic noodle with a meat. This also looks really damn good with mushroom. Gotta mix it up first. It smells really good. That's a hand-pulled noodle right there. Really nice al dente bite. This is a finer noodle like an angel hair. Beautiful. Mushroom. Where's that piece of meat? All right, here's a piece of it. This is a very legit noodle. Satisfying. This is a classic Shanghai restaurant. It's been here for a long, long time. Good mushroom. Some people like their noodles with soup. For me, I actually like the dry noodles. I feel like I can get a better experience of the full consistency of the noodle. If it's in the soup, I feel like some of the texture is lost. But if I'm cold, I'll enjoy a soup noodle also. I'm gonna get this to go and we're gonna go back and see if that other place, the line went down.
Hey everybody, I'm Sarah. I'm John's friend.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
We're in front of the Zhengyuan Road Exhibition Center. It's right in the middle of downtown Shanghai. Very nice Shangri-La Hotel there. I like your hat.
Oh, this is so warm. I really need it.
We're gonna go to Sarah's tea room today.
No. Right. Welcome. So, okay, let's go. And one more room. Ta-da. Welcome.
Nice tea room.
Yeah.
Wow, very comfortable space.
It's quite simple, but it's very traditional Chinese style. And we have a lot of painting here, calligraphy and painting. Oh.
一泡, this is 50年的六宝. It's a 50-year-old 六宝 tea.
Wow, 50
From
年的.
Yeah. All right,
卓
maybe.
宇 yeah, 大杯子.
Yeah.
Let's try the Clipsy, because I want to share this tea with you. So I tried this tea at least 5-6 times so far, but each time tastes different. It's 2 tea. Warm up the cups first.
I think this tea room is nicer than your old tea room. It's an upgrade.
It's actually a private place. Okay, and And by the way, I just passed the National Tea Art Masters Level 1 course.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
Did you have to take a test?
Yeah, sure. I need to take test, and also we need to write the essays.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, it smells so nice, so sweet. It's wonderful to enjoy the different stages of the tea.
Especially for brewing the rock teas, the water temperature should be really high. The last few times I tried this tea in different places, and different people brew the teas, and I found water temperature and the kettle also can really influence the taste.
Thank you.
Tea is ready.
You only steep the tea for short
Few
infusions,
seconds, yeah.
like 10 seconds per each infusion, maybe even shorter.
The second steep, the color even nicer. Now it's really like amber color.
Mm. The lighting in your tea room is very good because of these calligraphy, right, and these watercolor pieces.
It's a really simple style.
Very simple, only cost $5 million.
Here is really simple. Common.
I like that type of simple also. It's a yun, the yun way, or
Yeah, it's the rhythm of the yan cha or
yan yun.
Yeah,
Yan yun, right.
How do you describe yan yun in English?
This cliff tea, it's grown on the cliffs in Fujian, right? Your home province. So you could say it has energy from these cliffs. It's absorbed the minerals and the spirit of the mountains.
You can smell from here the lid.
Also the
It's-
beidi, right? The,
We call this 挂杯香. It's really creamy.
yeah, each one of these fragrances is completely different, right?
有点奶香.
Very elegant smell.
This is the fourth infusion or third? Do you remember?
Wow. I was in the moment, all right? I wasn't thinking systematically.
好重，我现在我的手跟脚都热起来了。
You're saying you feel the energy of the tea has already gone to your limbs, to your fingertips, right? And even to your feet. Wow.
就有一点微微冒汗了。
So you could say the energy from the farmers who cared for these tea trees, then the artisans who lovingly crafted the tea from the baking stages into this final tea that we're appreciating today. That's why when you take each sip, you can really feel the soul of it, as they say, the yan yun, the spirit of the mountain, of the cliff.
So this yan cha called 雀舌. So 雀舌 is a rare cultivar yan cha. Tea leaves from here you can see it's not too big compared with other like 水仙 or 肉桂.
Okay.
It's smaller. And it has different colors, some green, some brown. These teas not baked with a very like a deep or strong fire. It's like a medium grade fire. But they slowly bake the teas I think it's also the reasons why a lot of Chinese love drinking yan cha. It's just interesting. Every element can affect the taste of tea.
Okay, this is the textbook showing you the example of the,
Yeah, 确实.
the style of the leaf. Okay.
Yeah,
That's the shape of this.
the fresh leaves looks like this, 确实.
How old are the tea trees that make this 确实?
Not very old, but I think around 30 to 40
30
years.
to 40 years. So this is called Shanghai cha or Taidi cha. What is this?
这个是灌木.
Okay. Pretty nice.
I love this tea today.
Yeah, even though we're in the center of a very busy Shanghai, right, where the pace of the city is so fast, but after drinking a few cups of tea, just feels like completely relaxed, feel in the moment.
It's nice to have a place that you can just sit down, drink tea.
These things that nature has given us, the plant, water, the fire that is used to heat the water. It's really a ritual where you connect with nature.
I have been working in tea industry over 10 years.
The tea has provided for you sustenance.
I feel like I'm really born for tea. Every day you can have 1 cup of tea. I think it's enough.
Right. The Chaoshan master last time I was in Chaoshan was also saying that maybe just at most 3 types of tea a day, especially because the energy of the tea is so strong. If you drink tea all day, it's easy to overstimulate the body, right? It's easy to 上火, right? If you like all those masters during the tea processing season, they said, oh, they actually sacrifice their body for making the tea.
My true experience is like, because recently I've drank a lot of yan cha. If I drink like 3 cups of yan cha or 3 types, because each one you do couple infusions, right? And after that I felt tired. 你喝太多，我感觉就是这个茶 tea is occupying my body, then I feel tired. 但是如果每天喝1次，我觉得really enjoyable and
Yeah, especially in this nice environment with this nice teaware. Very luxurious, I think it feels.
I love drinking this tea today.
Hey, hi John.
Hello.
It's my pleasure to meet you today, and yeah, I'm happy.
This is a very nice way to relax after work.
Exactly.
You're lucky that your office is in this area, right?
Yeah, it just took me about like 3 to 4 minutes, riding a bicycle to over here. It's pretty close.
Cool.
Yeah. And you are my very first foreign
tea friend.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe the term is wrong, but I'm really happy to know you. I studied college in Philadelphia and back to China. Before that, I had no any interest with tea at all. Come back to China and just feel, tea is really good. And I studied accounting and now joined to the IT industry. But what made me to, be so obsessed with the tea? Yeah, because I feel like tea gives me something in terms of like philosophy, the difference of the culture between China and the US. Like, for example, if I experience like dark tea, exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't really like to give it a really straightforward or direct, like express it. Oh, it's really salty, or it's really. Maybe I will jump to it. So I feel relaxed, and that made me feel. I think of the city that I have been before. 好喝。
你就说好喝，我感觉有一点。
有点 disappointed.
对，你刚刚说的
this is the best word. The best word to describe something make you feel like I'm just speechless because it's way too good. It's just way too good. It's perfect.
Yeah.
我们在喝50年的六堡哎，你们2个可以稍微 concentrate 一点吗？
好的，要尊重。
But do you like the taste? Like it tastes like earthy?
Yes, I think if you ask somebody, it's just like cheese, right? In a Western food, it has a certain, like a complex layered flavor to it. It's for a more sophisticated palate.
这茶不错哎，John。
而且我觉得六堡茶喝了， 我虽然就是六堡茶喝的不多，但每次喝六堡我会就是我不会像其他茶会觉得会饿，我反而会有一定的这种饱腹感。
Feels warm because this tea is the fermented tea, so it's a warming effect. It's easy on the stomach.
It's easy on the stomach.
It's easy on the stomach. It's not going to be like some of the stronger cliff teas or
When I drink
chayo.
dantongs, I easily feel hungry.
I feel like a lot of the tea names in English, you just use the pinyin because there's really no good way to translate it, and you just say dancong. Creamy. I think this is creamy.
And smoothly. Yeah, it's
And very smooth, right?
Right.
这个茶蛮干净的，
很干净。
应该是
我刚
很干净的六堡茶。第一冲肯定要沏汤啊
用沏的吗，
因为那么老的茶，你在这个袋子里面，你也不知道之前怎么样，你肯定有可能是1到2次你都要，就是先要倒掉。你猜他是哪里人？
哦，我真的猜不出来。
Give
你
it a
看
shot,
这个
just like for fun. It's okay.
你给我一个。
那我说我的方言。
OK。
你觉得这个茶好不好喝吗？
云南人。
Give another shot. Very, very close right now.
快猜
And I love
快猜
spicy food, by the way.
Spicy
food. It's really a
四川
hint.
就四川人。
Close.
湖南人。
No, not yet, not yet. Very close.
重庆。
Bingo!
那这个重庆不是四川人吗？重庆就像是
是
上海一样的，
Yeah,
但是
重庆
我以为
四川
重庆人肯定认为自己是四川人。四川、重庆还没去过。
哦，你能吃辣吗？
我就是最爱吃辣。
哦，真的吗 ？OK。
最爱吃辣。
我上次带他去吃个辣的，他简直是就不行了。
我是有的时候吃到辣到第二天我喝不出来茶任何味道，我舌头都是已经没有任何的感应的这个反应。
我们见他之前，我就停留在说，哎呀，我每天都说我好喜欢茶，我认真冲泡，但我其实并没有去认识很多的茶友。我就自己一个人喝茶，因为我很享受那样的感觉，非常的享受。但我后来我就发现，见了茶友以后，我的进步会很快。
那当然，他就可以收很多钱，喝一顿茶拿走了至少1000块钱的智慧一次。
是的。所以我觉得就是还是要多出来见茶友，然后而且还有就是每个大家的那个background 也不一样，然后会有不同的这种像 brainstorming 这样的感觉，每个人的不管说时间也好，都是很宝贵的。对，我可能下班时间我的2 hours just wanna play some like video game or whatever， 但他愿意花的时间去跟你去认识，去因为一杯茶然后认识或怎么样，我觉得是就很好啊。
对，我肯定是一直会爱喝茶，因为它已经融入了我的生活。
Tea is a lifestyle。
对，它已经是我有时间，我锻炼完身体，吃完东西，我一定要喝个茶，这个就是最舒服，在家里就是最放松的一件事情。对吧？还有我最近其实早上我就不吃早饭，我就喝熟茶，我喝普洱。我知道老师肯定觉得不行了啊，我自己一定要一受经验，我才会认。其实我尝了好多不同的茶，空腹喝。那我觉得这些 fermented tea， 这些 dark tea，挺好的啊。
我很同意你的观点，随着我泡茶的时间变多，会有自己的想法。As a individual， 我有自己的想法，我觉得我应该去试，说不定就很好玩。对，我是这么觉得。我如果问你最喜欢就是 one of your favorite tea, like or the type of tea.
普洱 So 普洱 and cliff tea, also dancong. I like dancong a lot.
Okay.
For me, the most important thing is the lifestyle about you're just relaxing. Like you said, you're talking with friends or just by yourself, just having a moment to just be, we say in English, right, chilling. Drinking tea is like chilling. Even in Shanghai, which is such a busy city, such a fast-paced city, you need to have moments in your week, right, where you slow down and reflect for a minute. Everybody's talking about this, like, how should you structure your life to be happier? You need to reflect on your time spent, and you need to slow down and just be aware that okay, you're alive right now and it's a good day. After 5 o'clock, I don't drink tea.
Oh, really?
After 5, because I'm afraid I can't sleep. If I'm at home after work, I just drink the South African rooibos. It's not Camellia sinensis, it's a different plant and it has no caffeine.
Yeah, non-caffeine plant.
It has a nice flavor. 陈皮晚上也可以喝。
陈皮很好啊。
对，我是白茶还是会睡不着。
So that's why. I ask you if you have any preference or. Yeah.
I do, depending on the season of the year, right?
Yeah,
What's the
season.
temperature outside, and then the time of day. So, and also I go through phases, right? Where it's like, oh, recently I've been drinking a lot of this type of tea. August of this year, of last year already, August of last year, I went to Chaoshan for a few days, and I felt like every day I was drinking just amazing dancong. And then after I came back from Chaoshan for a few months, all I want to do is drink dancong.
Okay.
But then, since I got sick, I had the flu.
Oh, okay.
And then after I had the flu, I didn't want to drink dancong at all. I felt like, oh, 吃不消, that's a 喝不到. I was like, 每次想到应该喝茶, 喝什么茶? I just want to drink like some 温和的茶. I just want to, that's so weird, right? The weather didn't change that much.
Your body will tell you like which one you're gonna pick today.
Right. That's the end of our visit to Sarah's tea room for today. One of my favorite Thai restaurants here. Well, the first dish, perfect, coming in. Papaya salad. 好吃. 有一点辣. Second dish just arrived. Morning Glory, I think Hongqing Cai is called in English, with fish sauce.
Yeah, I will try.
Next dish coming in, Pad Thai. 里面我喜欢.
我也很喜欢.
Delicious Pad Thai. Lifestyle, not just tea. Soft shell crab with a yellow curry. Amazing. 这是我最喜欢吃的咖喱啊。来了
昨天
你先少一点。
对，打包了很多泰国菜，很 nice. So we tried to come to this Apple store on opening day, but there was too big of a line. This is the biggest Apple store in Asia, in the center of Zhengyuan Temple. Check out the Apple store. Just looking around.
Okay.
The Jing'an District flagship is Apple's 8th store in Shanghai and 57th in mainland China. It doesn't feel that huge. It feels similar to the Apple store in Huangpu District on Huaihan Road. Got some training going on. The store covers an area of 3,835 square meters. Alright, it's just an Apple store at the end of the day, same everywhere in the world. This is IAPM. Overall, this is my favorite mall in Shanghai. The size is manageable, not too big, not too small. The lighting, the design, very nice. Got an Apple store, 2 floors. Gourmet ice cream is readily available in Shanghai right now. I feel like getting some ramen, some Japanese ramen noodles at Ippudo. 一位要掌位吗? All right, we're gonna go eat some noodles. 就是你们最经典是哪一款？是这款还是这款？
你喜欢吃辣的还是不辣的呢？
不辣的，原味的。
不辣，那您就吃这一款。
好的。
这边是叉烧的，这边是软骨的。
啊，软骨的，我想吃软骨的。
好的，面的软硬度需要什么呢？
我要有嚼劲一点。
那就普通好吗？
好，可以。
有什么忌口的吗？
好吃就好。
好的，您稍等。
谢谢。Look at this noodle. Look at this egg. Look at this pork. Oh my god. First, let's try the soup. Creamy, creamy soup. Steaming bowl of noodles. Look at this pork. Perfect. Soft. Cartilage, meat, fat. Look at these ramen noodles. Best ramen you can get in all of Shanghai. So today I'm going to meet up with my friends Sarah and Chow. Hello. Upon meeting up, we realized Sarah hadn't eaten anything yet, so we decided to hit up a noodle spot for a quick snack. Chow recommended we try this Chongqing noodle restaurant, about a 10-minute walk from Jing'an Temple. Chongqing is a gigantic city in southwest China famous for its spicy food, and Chow happens to be a Chongqing Rd, although he's been living in Shanghai for the past decade.
我一个就是高中重庆同学，然后来吃过这家店，说非常好吃。
This noodle shop is called Chenpingping Mianzhuang, and they specialize in Chongqing noodles. As there's such a wide variety of Chinese food, it's always best when you're with a friend who knows what to order. We placed our order via WeChat.
I recommend go with 细面 and the 重庆辣. You can see here, 重庆辣, 干拌. 干拌 is the best.
干拌我也喜欢干拌.
Yeah, 干拌 is the best.
This big soup is actually made from tremella mushrooms and red dates. Yeah, and also they have their to-go.
丸仔是豌豆炸酱，
是猪肉的哪个部分？
Yeah, like pork belly.
早饭吃或者
任何时候 anytime. 肉是酥肉 like chicken tenders.
有辣椒，可以。Fried pork tenders. 这个面就是我喜欢吃的面的味道。
这个面就要稍微吃快一点，因为它是干拌的。如果吃慢了，它会就坨掉。
Rice noodle.
整坨。
米线。
还有个藕。
鸡汤。
对。这个红糖糍粑常用。
It's like a dessert.
Yeah, it's a dessert.
It's like a powdered donut. Lotus root.
是扣进去。
脆脆的。Fried potato wedges with chili sauce. 吃碗面了，很开心啊。Hey, buddy. After our snack of Chongqing noodles, we decided to try out this cafe specializing in Yunnan coffee. De Home Coffee is on Zhaozhou Road, just 2 blocks north of Jing'an Temple. They've renovated a classic Shanghai lane house, creating a space with a cool retro charm. Iced coffee, Americano.
This is my latte.
Dirty. Say cheers. And finally, we ended our afternoon with a happy hour at Bar Constellation at the corner of Nanjing Rd and Shimenyi Road. The Shanghai International Circuit is the window for more than 1.4 billion Chinese people to see and experience F1, and also the window for the world to see China put on an F1 show. When I heard F1 was coming back to Shanghai after a 5-year hiatus, I decided to go and check it out. Outside of the F1 track is basically a car-themed carnival. Many car companies and auto parts manufacturers have booths showcasing their products. There was also a classic car show. This year, I made a mistake in not buying a ticket in advance. When I arrived at the track, there were no tickets for sale. So I began walking along the perimeter, looking for an opening where I could see the action. I think we found a hole in the track. I think we found it. Found the only place to see the track without buying a ticket. 你们就很喜欢 F1 是不是？
我们很喜欢赛车。
那比如说法拉利或者奔驰2选1。
法拉利感觉这俩都不太行。
听到这个声音还是觉得兴奋，对吧？
特别兴奋，对，这种毕竟不能在路上听得到。
那你们厉害，就是你找到了通过网络。
就是有个攻略，就是说什么交通啊、饮食啊什么的，然后最后给说了哪里可以免费看到这个。
就说了这个。
这里。
I think this guy's leaning on a barbed wire fence. Everybody's just hanging out. Secret spot right here. I took a look at the karting track, which also happens to be the largest karting track I've ever seen. With the F1 portion of the race over, I was able to enter the track area. It's always fun to see people dressed up wearing the colors of the teams they support. You can see a lot of red for Ferrari as the most iconic race car manufacturer, and also the Red Bull colors as they have been the #1 team in the sport recently. Although Mercedes and Lewis Hamilton haven't won in a while, there are still some Mercedes fans walking around. The Porsche Carrera Cup Asia was about to begin, and I wanted to see some of the action. Hearing the roar of the engines and seeing the cars whiz by is still exciting After watching a bit of the Porsche racing, I went to explore the view of the track from different parts of the grandstand. 1A section would have some of the most expensive tickets available to watch the races. From here you can see a good view of the track and also the pit area. I also saw these two dudes going for a run around the track. At the end of the Porsche race, I was feeling very hungry, so I walked over to the food area and had some kebabs. I started with a lamb kebab. Then a squid kebab. And finally a corn kebab. You can see Shake Shack on site serving burgers and fries. This year, after the race was over, there was an electronic music festival with Martin Garrix headlining. Going to the Longhua Temple for some noodles. So it's actually quite common in China for Buddhist temples to have vegetarian restaurants. This lunchtime rush for this noodle shop is pretty crazy. So temples in Asia are kind of like churches in Europe. If you're a new tourist to traveling in Asia, maybe your first year you're going to visit a lot of temples. And after a while, if you're not a religious person, if you're not a Buddhist, you won't visit temples as often. But living in Shanghai, I know that if it's lunchtime, I can usually get a clean, healthy meal at the vegetarian restaurant if I'm in the area of a temple. So as you can see, even though this line was very long, it actually moved quite quickly. You can see by the crowd, people eating lunch here includes people who are working in the area, as well as visitors to the temple and tourists. So in China, they practice a combination of religions, mainly Buddhism, Taoism, with some influence of Confucianism. It's estimated that perhaps 1/3 of China's population are Buddhists. So that puts the Buddhist population in China at around 300 or 400 million people. So after about 20 minutes of slowly making my way up to the front of the line, I was finally handed a steaming hot bowl of Buddha's Delight noodles. Because the Longhua Temple has to serve as many as 600 people an hour during the lunch rush, they only offer one dish during lunchtime. And today it's the Luohan Mian, the Buddha's Delight noodles. They are made with a variety of tofu, carrots, mushrooms, bamboo shoots, and all sorts of goodness. So let's get into this vegetarian noodle right here. Let's try some of this soup. Nice soup noodle. Let's try these different mushrooms. Mushrooms are excellent for giving that mouthfeel of meat when you're eating vegetarian. Very flavorful mushroom. So you got some bamboo shoots here. Add a little crunch. So they're running on the honor system here. You take your noodle and then you pay after you sit down. So you can see I just paid on WeChat using a QR code which I scanned on the table. So we just finished the noodle. Oh, 谢谢. The exit to the noodle house lets you out right into the Longhua Temple garden grounds. It's a beautiful day. Walking around the temple is a perfect way to digest your noodles. So I did a little bit of walking around and took in the scenery. There's a lot of people who are praying. People in China in general have a rich spiritual life. The lines between different religious sects are not as clear-cut as in Western religion. For example, the Confucian practice of wishing well for your ancestors. This is one of the most important concepts in Chinese spiritual life. So many people at the temples will be burning incense to wish well for their ancestors. Of course, praying to the deities for good health, good fortune. You know, one thing that always gets me, Buddhism seems to be about forsaking material things, but the truth is, if you want health and your family to be prosperous, you do need some level of material well-being. That's how you can explain why people might be praying to a god of wealth for good fortune. A lot of people are out today. Then you can see people are burning incense. You know, burning incense creates this atmosphere of spiritual awakening. Walking around an object while burning incense and saying Buddhist incantations is a way of meditation. So they're walking around the Longpa Pagoda while burning incense. This is a way of praying to the pagoda, of honoring it. The Longhua Temple is actually one of the nicest temples I've visited in Shanghai because it has this pagoda, it has these gardens, and it's generally spread out amongst a larger area. So yeah, this was an unexpected surprise for me. I just planned on getting some noodles, but I ended up touring this temple grounds, which was a very nice way to spend some of my afternoon in Shanghai. We're here at the Rock Bund, located just 1 block north of Shanghai's famous Bund Promenade on Yuanmingyuan Road, right across the street from the Peninsula Hotel, one of the top hotels in Asia. The Rock Bund is a collection of historic buildings recently restored to their original splendor, giving you a window into what Shanghai was like 100 years ago. And today is a beautiful day. The promenade alongside the Suzhou Creek has been masterfully restored, creating scenes that are true to Shanghai's reputation as the Paris of the East. Of course, the Lujiazui skyline is still visible as an in-your-face reminder of modernity. So now that you have a bit of background on this part of the city, I'm going to explain why there are so many people here taking photographs. If you are familiar with the Chinese online ecosystem, you probably have heard of Xiaohongshu, or Little Red Book in English. This app is where many Chinese consumers go to look for lifestyle recommendations, like where to go, what to do, and what to wear. The West does not have an exact app like this. Perhaps it is a bit like Pinterest and Instagram combined. I'm going to guess that most of the people taking photos at Rock Bund today are going to be posting their photos on Xiaohongshu, Little Red Book. You can separate the people taking photos into different categories. You have what are clearly models, professional photographers. They are here on behalf of clothing brands. These are probably small clothing brands, as they have not officially rented the space from Rock Bund. They are most likely taking photos to use for their online stores. They probably have a brand page on Little Red Book, but they may also be selling their clothing on a variety of platforms like TikTok and Tmall. You can tell how professional they are by the type of equipment they are using. The very expensive cameras and multiple assistants give the signal that these people are here on behalf of brands. If we walk down the side streets, we can see rows of vans parked here, where the photographers and models have set up changing rooms to switch clothing between shoots. Next, you have social media influencers with professional camera crews. These people look a little bit different than clothing models. Their content could be for TikTok, Xiaohongshu, Kuaishou, or any number of social media platforms. After them comes people who also look like models, but who appear to be with friends, rather than with professional camera crews. they are most likely just taking photos for their personal Xiaohongshu accounts. You can really tell by their camera equipment. Next, you have tourists who are in the know. This area is newly opened and not part of the standard Shanghai tourist route. Most tourists will just walk the main part of the Bund and then head to Nanjing Road. So this is not a destination on the tour bus circuit. Out-of-towners who find this place may be staying at the Peninsula Hotel next door. Or perhaps they are fans of contemporary art and are here to visit the Rockbund Art Museum. And last but not least, we have the Shanghai locals. Someone told me that after living in Shanghai for more than 15 years, you are allowed to call yourself New Shanghainese. I've heard about the Rockbund redevelopment through various lifestyle accounts on social media talking about recent openings in the city. Both tourists and locals passing through this area will probably be taking a few photos to share with friends on WeChat and perhaps Xiaohongshu as well. Some of the photos taken here today will probably also make it onto Instagram. No matter what the reason, these buildings provide a perfect backdrop. And as this area is newly renovated, they can be sure that this background is fresh. It has not been oversaturated like the traditional Bund scenes. Shanghai is one of the most photogenic cities in China. The people watching in this city is top-notch. Although at times it seems crazy, most people do not come outside only for the purpose of taking photos to share on social media. For example, this morning I had a meeting downtown, and because I knew it was going to be such a beautiful day, I thought I would walk around this area, take in the architecture, people watch, eat some dim sum, have some cakes, and make a video to share with you guys. If you haven't visited Shanghai, or it's been a while since your last trip, I hope this video inspires you to come and check it out. Recently, China has introduced a 144-hour visa-free travel policy, making a stop in Shanghai much easier for international travelers. I look forward to seeing you in Shanghai soon. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe. Until next time.